Hi, everyone. I am Donna Reid, and this is Donna Reid Talks Voice. This is an exciting episode for me. So, it's about belting and how I approach belting with my students, how you modify the vowels to help you get the right belting mix that you want. And again, as always, see what you think, experiment with it, see what works for you. So, a real good example about what we do with vowels and how we have to change and kind of modify the vowels depending on what we're singing is when we get into anything belty. As I said before, the broader vowels are going to bring in more chest voice. So, Nellie, could you do this for me? Just do those top those three notes, and do ka and just see what happens with that. And remember with the no, I'm not gonna say anything. Just do it. Ka. Great. Now, that's what I usually do with a lot of people to get that upper side dominant. I'm going to bring it all the way down, and then we'll see how it goes into something that's maybe a little more chesty. So you can hear how the top two are kind of on the upper side, and the bottom two add a little bit more chest voice, but they're all pretty much belty. Now, what I'm going to have you do, which I rarely do, but I'm going to have you do it anyway. We're going to do it here. I want you to do it, and one of the reasons I use the K is because you have to open up the back of the cavity, but I want you to do it where it's quote unquote forward. You know, where it's got that little bit of a, which sometimes you tend to lean toward, right?
With the cat.
Without the K, just the and it's just kind of a little quote unquote forward. Now, people are probably not hearing that much of a difference, but how did you feel that? Did it feel as easy as the other one? And you could say yes.
I mean, it's not more or less difficult. They're probably the same on the difficulty level, but the depth of it feels better on the cat.
Okay, so I want you to do both.
Okay.
And, I might do the same thing. I just want to show people that when they do the and when they're doing the belty stuff and they're modifying the vowel and they're getting broad, it's way back there somewhere. It's not You may feel forward, whatever. But whenever I personally do it, I'm not a belter, but it's the difference between going ka or ka. Yeah, I'm exaggerating. So
Right.
I want you to kind of, in a less obvious way, exaggerate those two.
Okay. Ka.
Now do the other one. Now, I absolutely like the first one better.
Yeah, for sure.
And I know that you consciously exaggerate the other one,
Yeah.
but I really want to point out how, doing the belty thing is not a sensation. It's not that forward thing. You have to form that cavity in the back.
Yeah.
Now, do the same thing with KAA and see what that does.
K. Ooh. K.
Good. Now, did you just do a regular old K? Did you think forward? Did you think back?
I ended up, the first time it kind of got stuck when I stopped. It was like, nah, thanks though. But this second time I modified it a little bit to like add a little H into it.
Oh, okay.
Hey. And that was a little easier. And this is irrelevant maybe, but that is my, like, if I'm going to warm up, that's what I do, right? I go,
you know what? Do it the way you warm up. Hey.
Okay. Hey. I'm warm.
There. And if that's what you do, and I have never used that exercise before, Nellie came up with that on her own. Fine. Do that. That's exactly what one should do. They should just, hey, that works for me. I'm going to do that.
The thing that I do with that, just to make it clear, is I do that first. If that works, if like my hey, hey, hey works, I don't do any more. Sometimes, depending on what the night before looked like, hey, hey, hey will not work that well, and then I warm up.
Brilliant.
So that's like my litmus test is the hey, hey, hey.
Very
if it goes
good.
hey, 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 then I'm like,
You gotta do something.
I should do a little warming up this morning, and then I go, ooh.
There you go. There you go. Then she goes to the pure falsetto because she knows she needs to get that cricothyroid going.
Yeah.
Beautiful. But now, vowel modification. I'm going to have Nellie sing from chorus line, give me a chance to come through. Now, what I want everybody to note, if you're going to sing and it's belty, give me a chance to come through, you can't do an ooh vowel like a speech ooh. You can't round up the ooh. You're going to get more head voice. That's what the ooh does. So Nellie knows what to do with it. I'm just going to have her sing, give me a chance to come through, and just notice what she does.
Give me a chance to come through.
And if you're going to belt a new vowel, that's what you have to do with it. So now the other one. I'm not sure what key it's in. I'm going to have her do it there because it's a little higher. And I'm not quite sure the words, but this is good enough. It's Carousel. And when she sings, what's the use of wondering? I think the line is, that's all there is to say. Now, it's on the head voice side. It's legit musical theater. It's Rodgers and Hammerstein. So you have to be sure that the say that you end up with, I'm putting it in this key, it ends up on a D. That might be a little too high. But you have to make sure this say doesn't make you go say a because it's a broad vowel and it still stays on the head voice side. So, and especially starting with the that. So that's all there is to say. Just make it all heady and not so broad with the and the a.
That's all there is to say.
Exactly. Exactly. Now you're not going to go, that's all there is. You're not
I
could. You could, but that would not suit the song, now would it?
Right.
So anyway, that shows you that one has to definitely modify the vowels depending on what you're singing. And also those are general things, depending on what your voice is like, depending on what your cavity is like, depending on how the mix of the chest voice and the head voice that you have. But know that vowel modification is an okay thing to do when you have to bring in more chest voice in a case like that, especially when you're belting with the ooh vowels. Now, as for other vowels, let's say an E or something else, again, you have to experiment. You have to see what kind of an E will work for you, belty, knowing that the E is going to be a little bit more on the upper side like the ooh, but you can modify it to be a little bit more belty. Again, what shape of the cavity works for you? Experiment, play around with it. Thanks for watching Donna Reid Talks Voice. If you have any questions for me about this episode, or if you'd like to join me on a future episode, please visit donnareidtv.com and click Contact.